Why don't you break this down simply for people like me that don't fully understand it?
Okay. All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. All your models are destroyed, completely devastated.
There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset, it's called Bitcoin, right?
Okay, so Keith, I have a comment on Claude 4. First of all, there's a group of people in the world that you trade with that believe that inflation is equal to CPI and therefore you can define a Claude 4. There's a group of people that I align with, the Bitcoiners, that believe that the true inflation rate is not CPI, but rather it's the asset inflation rate. It's the rate at which the long bond or the T-bill or equities have been moving up for the past decade, or the expansion of the monetary supply. So if you focus on inflation as CPI, it's 1% or less. If you would focus on inflation as the monetary supply expansion, it's 15%. And I actually think that the inflation rate for the past decade is 20%. If you look at the cost of a 10-year bond that yields $50,000 a year in interest, it went from $1 million to $10 million in 10 years. That's 22% inflation. So there are different, over the near term, if you're trading with people that buy into your CPI definition as inflation, then that works. But if you're looking over the long term and you're trading with people that actually buy into the asset inflation rate as the inflation rate, you come to a different conclusion. My last point is, in the near term, Keith, in the near term, these things work. But over the long term, adoption makes sense. Like, all of your arguments about why you should short Facebook in 2013, they're all wrong. Facebook's trading at $280 a share. They're all wrong. You should have never sold it, ever, ever, ever. Now, what happens to all these wonderful models if 10 billionaires decide to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin each and announce we bought it, we're not ashamed of it, we're going to buy more? All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin goes to the moon. Because what really matters is, with Facebook, does it work? Do 1 billion people use it? If you compare it as a crypto asset to a like kind of proof of work crypto network, right, that's meant to be a store of value, you're lucky if you can scrape together 5% of other stuff in the last bucket. So there is no real competitor. There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset. All your models are destroyed, completely devastated.